Hi, my name is Debbie. Do you want to learn more about the lives of your ancestors? Records can provide clues to what your ancestors looked like, their occupations, the number of siblings they had, and much, much more. If you haven't ever searched for a record but would like to find one for one of your ancestors, let FamilySearch make it easy for you. FamilySearch record hints are a great place to start. What are record hints, you might ask? FamilySearch has a built-in system which constantly searches digitized index records to identify those records that may match the information about your ancestors that you've entered in the FamilySearch family tree. When a possible match is found, FamilySearch creates a record hint. Wahoo! Let's take a look. So here I am on the homepage FamilySearch.org. And one of the places where you can find research hints is right here under recommended tasks. If you click on records, it'll filter it to show you all the record hints that you have available for your family tree. These little blue icons are the record hints. Another place to find record hints is in the family tree in the different tree views. Here I am in the landscape view, and we can see Benjamin Franklin Rogers has a record hint as it has this little blue icon. Let's take a look at his person page. Here on the person page, record hints will be found on the right-hand side under Research Help. It appears that this record hint for Frank B. Rogers is the 1910 U.S. Census. Let's take a look. When I click on the link, it brings up a short summary of the indexed information that's found in that record. And I can look at this information and I can compare it with what's in my family tree. So we have Frank, Mary, husband and wife, Claude, David, Mary, William, and Sally are their children. Let's see if that matches up with what I know about my ancestor. So I've got Benjamin and Mary, good. Claude, David, Mary, William, and Sally. That all seems to fit very well. So this looks like it's definitely a match. But it's important to remember that not every record hint is a match. Before you attach a record, it's up to you to look carefully at the record and consider what you already know about your family, what you've got in the tree, and think, does the information match what you know about your ancestors? Are the dates and places correct and plausible? Is the record showing the right family relationships? It's also important to click on the image to look to see if there's more information from the record. So in this case, the image is right here. So be sure to read the record image. There may be more information in the image than what was indexed. And it's always, always, always a good idea to look at the image when it's available because there may be more clues in there about your ancestor. Well, let's take a look. Oh, there's the family. So in addition to giving me the names of everyone who lived in the household in 1910, I can see they've been married for 26 years. And Mary is the mother of 7 children, 7 still living, and I have their birthplaces as well as the birthplace of their fathers and mothers. So this is great. This is definitely a record hint that I'm going to want to attach to my ancestor. Now let's say you look at this record hint and you've decided that it's not a match. You can indicate that right here. Maybe it's not the right state or even the right country. Maybe the dates are way before your ancestor was born or died. If you're not sure it's a match, leave the hint alone for now and try to find more records that might confirm or deny the accuracy of that hint. If it is a match, attach the record to everyone named in the record. And if the record has names and relationships for people not yet in the tree, go ahead and add them as well. So let's click on Review and Attach. So here I am in the Review and Attach page. On the left-hand side is the information that was found in the record. On the right-hand side is the information that comes from my family tree. It's a good idea to scroll down the page and just compare the information just to make sure it's accurate. Looks like birthplaces match. And I will want to add this in to prove that that's where he was living in 1910. And then we see Mary is lined up, and we also see the children who were named in the record: Claude, David, Mary, William, and Sally. Perfect, this all looks great. So I'm going to go ahead and attach these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write in here my reason for attaching. And in this case, I'm going to put, this shows the family in the 1910 census. There you have it. And now I'm going to click on Attach. And it's important to go through and attach these to everyone named in the record. To do that, click next to their name where it says compare, and that will allow you to add the information. And we notice that it says Mary F. and Mary Molly. There perhaps may be some other records that will explain to me why we have the F there, but I feel certain that this is a match. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to attach. I'm going to add the residence to her place. This creates a timeline so I'll know where to look for records for my ancestor later. And you'll notice that the reason to attach the source has repeated itself. So this is perfect. All I have to do is click on attach. Great. Now, as you can see, it's attached to both mom and dad. That's in green. And I still need to attach it to all of these children. So I'll go ahead and do that. So before we go, I'd like to show you one more example. This is a different ancestor of mine. And in this case, she has a hint that's an obituary. I'm going to click on that. And again, you'll want to review the information carefully. So it names her father. Actually, this obituary is for her father, and then it names 2 of her sisters and a couple of brothers, and then some additional relatives as well. And I've already reviewed this record, and I know that it's a match, but if you haven't reviewed your records, make sure you review them before you attach them. So let's scroll down here too, and there's also the original document that you can look at. Always look at that. Let's go to review and attach. So again, the information from the record is on the left, and the information from the family tree is here on the right. So we have Joseph, and we have daughter Amy. Of course, she's listed by her married name in her father's obituary. And then down here we have Annie and Maxine. And this brother is JB Las Vegas. Now there's a problem with that, which is why it comes in handy to look at the image. Let's go back up here to the top and take a look at the image. As I scroll in here to look at the image, I can see the information, and here's the information about the 2 sons. JB, and it's referring to his residence in Las Vegas, Nevada. His last name is Crowder, and Clarence Crowder, who's living in Hot Springs, New Mexico. So this has been indexed by a computer, so there could be a few minor errors. So that's why it's always good to look at the image. Now let's go back and finish attaching this. Okay, so here we have Joseph Crowder. I think I'll start with him. He's the principal in the obituary. And then I'm going to add this information about him. And this is great. This matches up with the time of his death, and he was taken back to Arkansas for burial. And then I'm going to add where he was living. And Leola is a town in Arkansas. So I'm just going to add a little bit more information there in Grant County, Arkansas to make that more complete. So here you have my reason statement. This is the obituary of Joseph Crowder, which provides proof of his death and names of surviving family members. And I'm going to click on attach. And then I can go down, and for Amy, I can add the residence, and then I can put down here. So for the daughter, I've just added another line to the reason statement, named in the obituary of her father, and then attach. And I'll want to do the same with all of these. Now, if I want to get JB lined up with where he's supposed to be in the record, I'm just going to click and drag him up here so he is on the same level as his name. And now I can go ahead and add all of these, the record hint to all of these siblings. Now, what about these people down here? These are actually Joseph's sisters. So let me show you how to do that. I'm going to go up here and change the person of focus to Joseph. So I've changed the person of focus to Joseph, and you'll notice that FamilySearch has automatically changed this side to match up. But if it doesn't match up, you can just click on change and choose the person that you need to line it up with. Now let's scroll down here and take a look at those sisters. So we have a sister Irene. Perfect, that's already lined up. And I have a sister Lena, and I know this is Helena. And so I'm going to line that up, and now I can attach these record hints to them as well. So it's important to remember to attach the record hint to everybody that's in the record. So besides being a great way to learn more about the lives of your ancestors, attaching record hints is a fun activity that helps document the information in your family tree. It is also a fantastic way to learn what kinds of information might be found in different record types. Though record hints can jumpstart your research, they aren't the only resource for everything you need to know about everyone in your family tree. If a person in the tree lacks a record hint, make sure you have enough information about them in the tree. Make sure you have dates and places. And this gives the system enough information to search effectively for your ancestor. And if you don't have exact dates and places, put estimated dates and places to give the system something to go on. You can also review our other Getting Started videos for search tips and tricks to locate records on your own. Now it's your turn. Go find those blue icons in your tree and start reviewing and attaching those hints. You may be surprised by what you learn about your ancestors.